Hey boys and girls, I hope you're having a not bummer summer. Are you ready to read the next chapter in Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer? We are going to read chapter 11 called Code Bigfoot. Judy and Stink sat in the cave in the back of Fur and Fangs waiting for Bigfoot Believers meeting to begin. One more thing, Stink told Judy. Dogs always howl whenever they see Bigfoot. Page 37. Just then, Zeke banged a gavel down on the table. Okay, Bigfooters, the Tuesday night meeting is officially called to order. Zeke turned to a retired couple. They were both wearing Bowling for Bigfoot t-shirts and had cameras around their necks. Rose and Herb, present. Stink, present. New member, Judy Moody, present. Judy whispered to Stink, where is everybody? What do you mean? This is it. This is our club. Weirdness, said Judy. Rose, do you have a report? Zeke asked. Rose stood and opened a large, flowered flip pad. 3 new sightings. It's the most we've gotten in 1 week. Excellent, said Zeke. Give me the coordinates. One woman saw Bigfoot taking laundry off her line at 57 Ashbury Road, about a mile east of the mall. Someone else saw something large and furry at the dump. Zeke stuck pins in the map as she called out the locations. The third swears he saw Bigfoot last night at the corner of Croker and Jefferson. Judy gasped. She jumped. Stink jumped to his feet, toppling a chair. Croker and Jefferson? That's where we live, Stink shouted. Herb snapped a picture. Whoa, you two could conduct an all-night surveillance, said Zeke. Are you up for it? You mean like a stakeout? Stink asked. With a tent and binoculars and emergency sirens and whistles and stuff? Zeke nodded. Judy and Stink high-fived each other. Yes, all right, thrill-o-rama. Excellent, Herb and Rose. You're in charge of equipment. Herb saluted smartly. We've got all the right stuff out in the van. Judy and Stink followed Herb and Rose out to their van in the parking lot. Do we get to use night vision goggles? Stink asked. Yes, sir, said Herb. He opened the back of his van. Camouflage netting, night vision goggles, camcorder whistles, thermos for coffee. Herb, they don't drink coffee, said Rose. We did one time when we were waiting for Santa, Judy reported. It was lucky. She stuck out her tongue. Okay then, said Zeke. Looks like we're all set. He hopped onto the black Vespa and put on his helmet, ready to leave. Vroom! Good luck, little dude. You too, Moody girl. Call me if you see anything, day or night. That's the lot, said Herb, handling over one last flashlight. Remember, if you need backup, this van is at your service. August 6th, 8:13 p.m., the trap is set and the Bigfoot stakeout has officially begun. This is Stink Moody reporting live from the Moody backyard. Stink, said Judy. Say that we hung up 38 peanut butter jars for Bigfoot bait and that you're pretending to be a berry bush. Stink panned the camera over to Judy, who was staggering around wearing the night vision goggles. Hey, you look like Owl Girl or something. Judy tripped and stumbled. These don't work. I can't see a thing. That's because it's not all the way dark yet, Owl Girl. Aunt Opal came outside holding a baby monitor. Aunt Opal, waved to the camera, Stink called. Aunt Opal waved. Stink, you make a very nice bush. Hardy har har, said Stink. Okay, kids, let's go over our plans. You two will stay in the tent. Check, said Stink. If you see or hear anything, call me immediately on the walkie-talkie. Check, said Stink. Hey, that's Stink's old baby monitor, Judy said. Whatever. Now, what's our secret signal? Stink held the button on the monitor. Code red, he yelled. Perfect. The last minute I hear that, I'll be down in a flash to help. Your mood ring's orange, said Stink. That means you're scared. Nuh-uh, said Judy. But Aunt Opal, what happens if you fall asleep and Bigfoot attacks us and we're half eaten before you get downstairs? Stink scoffed. He won't attack us. I've been practicing Bigfoot's sign language. Stink placed his hand over his heart. This means I'm your friend. Judy rubbed her stomach. This means your head was delicious. Nobody's going to get eaten, said Aunt Opal. Now remember our vow. Aunt Opal, Judy, and Stink crossed their hearts and fist bumped. We will not fall asleep, they said all together. A half hour later, the house was dark. The tent was dark. Judy and Stink were sprawled on top of their sleeping bags, fast asleep. All of a sudden, the rattle of a garbage can startled Judy awake. Judy Moody, heard creepy sounds. A cat screeched. Gravel crunched. She tried to nudge Stink awake. Stink, wake up! Something's out there. Zzz. Stink rolled over on his side. Code red! Code red! Judy said into the baby monitor. She pressed the button to listen, but all she could hear was Aunt Opal snoring. Judy grabbed a large butterfly net and unzipped the tent. She poked her head out of the tent flap and looked through her night vision goggles. Spooky. The world was neon green and dark black. Sure enough, moving across the lawn was an oddly shaped, fuzzy, glow-in-the-dark creature. Holy macaroni! It's him! Code Bigfoot! Code Bigfoot! The fuzzy, green, luminous creature approached the tree, bumping into one peanut butter jar after the other. Hey! Ow! 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 Judy leaped into action. Racing to the tree, she lunged forward and swoosh! She slammed the butterfly net down over the creature's head. Gotcha! Ah! All of a sudden, the hammock came down out of the tree, knocking Judy and the creature onto the ground. Ah! Judy yelled. The creature yelled too. Bigfoot! Stink called. Stink charged out of the tent, flashlight in one hand, monitor in the other. Code red! Code red! Code red! He called, rushing over to the tree in his bunny slippers. Trapped under the net, beneath the tree, was a thrashing, kicking, yelling, two-headed monster. Stink flipped on the flashlight, grabbed the corner of the hammock, and yanked it back. Hey, get off of me, said the monster. Judy yanked off the night goggles. Frank? Judy? Bigfoot? Said Stink. What are you doing here, Frank? My dad took me back to the theater to pick up our backpacks, and I saw the house was dark, so I thought I'd just drop it off at your tent or something so you'd find it, and I bumped into a jar, and then you hairnetted me. Sorry, I thought you were Bigfoot, said Judy. Stink bounced the beam back and forth between them. Ha! You scared Judy's pants off, Frank. Not, said Judy. Yeah, huh? I heard you. You were screaming your head off. All of a sudden, they heard a loud crackling noise coming from the deep, dark woods. Stink looked at Judy's eyes wide. Judy looked at Stink. Bigfoot? Stink dared to whisper. No way, that was an owl. Just then an owl hooted. That was an owl. Or Bigfoot pretending to be an owl, Stink said. Let's go. Judy and Stink grabbed their gear and bolted for the woods. Are you coming, Frank? Judy asked. It's worth mega thrill points. Sure, I'd like to and everything, but, a car honked. That's my dad. Gotta go. Bye. Judy and Stink tiptoed across the backyard. They crept closer and closer to the tree line. At the edge of the woods, they stopped to listen. Maybe it really was an owl, Stink. Nuh-uh. That was him. I know it. Bigfoot is famous for his owl sounds. Page 42. Judy and Stink craned their necks, peering into the darkness. You go first. I'll hold the light, said Judy. You go first. I'm filming, said Stink, turning on the camcorder. Okay, scaredy pants, but stay close. Stink clung to the back of Judy's PJs with one hand, filming with the other. They inched into the woods. Stink's costume hooked onto the tree and snapped. "What was that?" Stink whispered. "Shh, you'll scare Bigfoot." Judy and Stink tiptoed further and further into the gloom, taking shorter and shorter breaths. "Stop! Look, there!" She moved the light across a large patch of matted grass. "Is this some kind of bed or something?" "Yeah, a Bigfoot bed. Page 87. This must be where he sleeps." Judy swallowed hard. "Then where is he? Maybe he heard us coming. He's probably watching us right now." Stink touched his hand to his heart. "Mr. Bigfoot, we've come in peace." The wind whistled through the trees. "Hello, can you hear me?" Stink tried again. Suddenly, a furry creature swung from a tree branch, brushing Judy's head and bumping the camera. "Ah! Ah!" Judy and Stink dropped everything and ran, screaming out of the woods. They ran across the creek, over the lawn, up the back steps, through the kitchen, up the stairs, and straight into Judy's room. Slam! Their screaming didn't stop until they were both huddled under the covers on Judy's bottom bunk. Judy scooped up Mouse and held him tight. That's the end of that chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 11, and I have a surprise for you coming up for chapter 12. The next chapter is called The Chase is On. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time.